Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review on one that I don't think anyone's talking about, but let's go ahead and talk about it. From the House of Alhambra, it's Alhambra La Charmante, and there is this one in La Charmante Eclat. I don't have that one. I wasn't sure if it was like, I don't know. They came out at the same, well, they dropped on fragrancebuy.ca at the same time, and I put both in my cart, and then I said, ooh, just in case I don't like these, let me try one and then try the other one. And since this is the original, I thought to get this one first. I will say this, I kind of like the bottle. It's kind of cute. It's got this like peacock right here, and these are the feathers, and this is here and there. And it's a nice looking bottle, I will say that. Let's go ahead and talk about the notes. So let's talk about the notes and then what you're gonna smell. So the notes are bergamot, pink pepper, red fruits, cherry, rose, heliotrope, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. Now, I need to respray the opening really quickly, but this is the dry down, and I think I sprayed this earlier today. So the pink pepper is still really present, as is the vanilla, sandalwood, and musk, which obviously they're base notes. I think it's like not overly vanillic. I actually think those three notes are very well balanced out. I'm very impressed that the pink pepper is lasting. And then there is kind of I want to say a floral tone to it. But it's giving like a fruity floral without being, I don't think it's giving like super feminine fruity floral vibes. It has like a little bit of red fruit, and it's got a nice elegant floral feel without being like super girly, I feel. Because I feel like when you say fruity floral, you're like, oh, this is like a young woman's game right there. Fruity floral, you know. At least I think that's what I think. If someone's just like, oh, right off the cuff, fruity floral. But I don't think that. Like, I smell kind of like the red fruit and some of those floral notes in the background of this. But really, I'm getting more pink pepper, which honestly, they did a really good job with. Pink pepper, sandalwood, I think those are the front runners. And then a nice little bit of muskiness. And then a sweetness from the vanilla. And then I feel like, in my opinion, the red fruit is definitely there. And I really love things that combine red fruit with pink pepper. I don't know why, but it always smells really good. And again, just like a little bit of a floral feel. I will say that when this opens up, you definitely get hit with a beautiful, beautiful vanilla. Yeah, it's a really nice vanilla. And I think you get like a little bit more of a floral note in the beginning than you do as it dries down. As it dries down, that floral note will still be there. I don't necessarily think that it's as like front and center, but it's a little bit there, as are the red fruit. It almost has like a little bit of a cherry blossom feel at the beginning. Has a gorgeous vanilla. Sandalwood is there, but it becomes more pronounced as this fragrance dries down. Pink pepper stays pretty much the entire time. So, I mean, honestly, you open up with a really beautiful pink pepper, kind of like almost, I think the floral and the cherry / red fruits kind of give it like a little bit of a cherry blossom feel with a gorgeous vanilla, nice sandalwood, a little muskiness. As it dries down, the sandalwood is going to be a little bit more pronounced. The vanilla is definitely still there. You still got a little bit of muskiness. I don't ever feel like it's a very musky fragrance, at least not on me. And then again, you're gonna get the red fruit and the pink pepper all blended really well to have this really elegant fragrance. I love it. And I think this one's gonna be really hard not to like. I think this is one that you should try, especially if the notes that I just talked about appeal to you, because I don't think the pink pepper is always done right. So the fact that this is done this well in a fragrance that costs this little, I think they crushed it. I think they knocked it right out of the park, but in a way that makes this elegant. So I don't even know if this is supposed to be a women's fragrance. The other one is pink, so I was like, I wasn't sure if they were both supposed to be women's fragrances. I can't really find anything on it here. But I can say, because of the way these notes mix and how they come off of my skin, I actually find this to be very unisex. I absolutely see this being a unisex fragrance, and I don't know if this is supposed to be a clone of anything, because I couldn't put my finger on anything as soon as I smelled it. It may be familiar to you, but I think most of the times when I smell a clone and it smells like something that I own or have owned or smelled, I'm just like, oh, this. I'm not getting that here. But I have to be really honest, I like this. So I kind of already told you, I do think that this is unisex, and I don't think it has a range because the vanilla gives it a nice sweetness, but I don't find this to be like a really sweet fragrance or anything like that. And I think that the way that they use this pink pepper is super likable, because even if you're not into kind of a spicier note, I don't think you have to worry. I think this is done so well. Yeah, I want to say surprised. Alhambra lately has been really crushing it. I mean, at the beginning, it was like hit or miss for me, but lately, all of them are really good. I also feel like, in terms of performance, this outdid my expectations, because I didn't realize that people could smell it off of me. And it was like a couple hours in, I was getting wafts of myself, and, you know, that doesn't really mean that I'm projecting too much. Smell it off of me. And I'm not saying by any means that it was a beast, but I got like an arm's length for a few hours. And on top of that, I felt like my sillage was really nice. Longevity was over a work day. Definitely not what I expected. Again, with the Alhambras, it can be a little bit of a hit or miss. Again, lately it's been more of a hit than a miss. So absolutely no qualms about performance. And I'm going to tell you why, especially when we talk about price closer to the end of this video. Yeah, great longevity, good projection. I would say it doesn't blast off of your skin, which makes this, we're going to transition again, a little bit more work appropriate. So you can absolutely wear this to work. You can wear it formally. In fact, I think it's really nice to wear something with that, like that perfect amount of spice and just a little bit of sweetness formally. So for me, this is an incredibly versatile fragrance, but you can dress it up, you can dress it down. I think anyone can wear it. Seasonally, this is spring, summer, maybe into fall. I wouldn't necessarily wear it in the winter because it's not really a winter fragrance to me. Yeah, it's really more of a spring, summer fragrance. But it smells really good. Again, if you like notes like vanilla, sandalwood, a little bit of a red berry feel with some pink pepper, which I'm going to be honest, all the notes I just mentioned, really hard not to like, then you're probably really going to like this. In terms of compliments, I do want to bring that up. I didn't necessarily get that, other than the one person that was like, smells good, but that was it. And that's from like all the times I've worn it, which it doesn't mean anything. I honestly think that this would get compliments in the right setting. I've worn it to work. I do think that this is, if you were looking for a daily driver in a budget, especially a work fragrance, I would absolutely go for it, because people will smell you, but it's not too strong and it didn't offend anybody, which, depending on where you work, that might be a thing. This was a really good one for that, a really good workhorse for work, pun intended. But the price of this, I think it was like, I don't want to lowball it again, because I know I do that a lot. And because in my head, I paid like this much and I really didn't. I'm pretty sure this is in about the $25 range. I'm not 100% sure. So what I'm going to do is, this is approximately how much it's going for on fragrancebuy.ca, which is where I purchased it. And I will link that down below, because I don't think it's available at too many sites. But I absolutely think that this was worth the pickup. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Eclat version, because if this is this good and this easy to wear to work, in fact, I'm gonna say this, I don't think a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances are very easy to wear to work. I think it's actually very difficult, because some of them project too much, and I just can't do that at work. You know, it's, if you work indoors it can be a little inappropriate. This hit the mark. It smelled incredible. I feel like it had a little bit of like an elevated vibe to it, and the performance was perfect. Lasted the entire workday while giving me enough projection without giving me too much projection. So that's kind of where I think this shines. I'm not selling this one. I wanted to mention that because I sell a lot of the ones, or I give them away, that I do these because I can't keep all these fragrances. I'm going to run out of space. This one's staying because I feel like there's so many occasions in which I could wear this. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below, let people know what you think. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!